Hi there. My name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. It's Monday night, so it's ReadyBudgetGame, and that means I've got $100 in real cash here and 12 savings games to play in the Superman binder. I'm going to be stuffing cash into the game envelopes, and at the end of the month, I'll move it over into my sinking funds with the randomizer. For now, it's time to have some fun and save some money. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. We're going to start the week off with Loteria, or the night off, I suppose. Well, the week off too, excuse my reach here. And if you're thinking, but Drew, didn't you play Millennial Loteria last week? I did. And I have the regular Loteria cards, the game cards, but I can't find the pictogram cards. So until they turn up, we are playing Millennial Loteria again. So I'm going to give these a shuffle, and we'll see how we do this week. I feel like the Millennial Loteria version takes longer to get a Loteria, just in general. I don't know why. I think it's the same number of cards, but maybe I'm wrong. All right, so we'll give them a cut, and let's see how it goes. El Internship, right off the bat, right there. La Flower Crown, don't have that. El Pride, no. El Brunch, no. El Gluten, don't see it. El Drone, nope. El Non-GMO, no. La Border Wall, no. La Hashtag we have. La Thigh Gap, no. La Student Debt, no. El Sushi, nope. El Bad Hombre is right here. El TikTok is down here in the corner. El Nail Art, so now El Uber will give us a Loteria. El Man Bun, don't have that. El Healing Crystal, no. El Prime, no. El Tattoo, yep, right here, that opened up La Succulent. El Safe Space, no. La Selfie, that opens up El Piercing. El Bird, nope. El Hipster, no. And there's El Piercing. So we have a Loteria across the top. So this week into Loteria, I'm going to save $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. Let me just grab up these cards here. Give them one quick shuffle, and if I don't find the regular Loteria cards between now and next Monday, these will be making another appearance. So, stack all those chips back up, put the card away, get the binder out, and we're going to save $8, into Loteria this week. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And I didn't count the money on camera, but I counted it beforehand. I have 3 10s, 10 5s, and 20 1s. So 30, 50, and 20, $100. So $8 is going into the Loteria envelope to join whatever was in here from last week, 10. So there's 18 in here total. So whatever sinking fund I randomize at the end of the month will get at least $18, plus, whatever goes in the next few weeks. Up next is Sussed. This is a would you rather type game. And I give my honest opinion, and I save $2 for option A, $3 for option B, and $5 for option C. So let's see. What do I think about most? A, what I've done, B, what I didn't do, or C, what I should do. I definitely, not second guess, but I revisit in my mind everything that I've done. So I'm going to say A. So that's going to be $2. Next question says, would I travel 3 years into the future if it meant I could never return? A, yes, B, no, C, only if I could go with someone. No, I'm not giving up 3 years of my life, so no. So that's going to be $3, so I'm going to put 2 back and take out a 5. This card is done. We'll have a brand new card next week. And $5 is going to go into envelope 2. And sometimes I organize them highest to lowest and sometimes lowest to highest. So we've got $13 so far in envelope number 2. Next is the name game, and I have been whiffing on this lately, so let's see if I can do any better this week. Get out a card here as I knock everything on my desk over. If you haven't seen this one before, there are 5 clues to a famous person, and I thought it was only real people until last week a fictional character tripped me up. So, I save $1 per clue, and if I don't get it after 5 clues, then I save $10 as a penalty. So let's flip and see if I can guess it this week. Okay, Tiger Blood. Well, that has to be Charlie Sheen. Anger Management, Meltdown, Martin Sheen, 2.5 Men. Yeah, Charlie Sheen. I mean, Tiger Blood was really a dead giveaway. So I'm going to save $1 for Chuck, and I'm going to put this card back, and I'm going to do another one since that was only $1. I don't mind getting it on the first clue, but when it's a dead giveaway like that, I mean, it really couldn't have been anybody else, right? All right, so let's see who it is this time. Okay, Kaiser Soze or Kaiser Soze. That is not a clue that I recognize. The Usual Suspects. That movie had a lot of people in it. Francis Underwood. No help. American Beauty. Oh, okay. That is Kevin Spacey, I think. House of Cards. Yep, Kevin Spacey. Okay, so I got it on the 4th clue, American Beauty. So I'm going to put 1 back. And I've got a 5. I'm not going to do another one just because if I don't get it, that's $15 going into one challenge. And that is a little bit spicy. So I am going to put this back, and we will do more of the name game next week. Put this card away for now. $5 is going to go into envelope number 3. And so far this envelope has $5, $6, $7, $8, $9. So it's kind of lagging. Okay. Dicetropolis is next. And this week we are doing my favorite game in Dicetropolis, which is Dropout. And this game, I think when you first look at it, you think, oh my gosh, I'm going to save so much money, or I'm going to have to play at low budget, etc. You may be surprised. You may just be surprised at the low scores that you can get in this game. So to play Dropout, I need 5 d6 dice. And the way that it works is you roll all of the dice, and if you get a 5 or a 2 in your roll, you score a 0 for that roll, and you drop out all of the dice that are a 5 or a 2. So like if this were my roll, I would score a 0 here, and this 5 and the 2, I would set aside, and I would roll these 3 dice. So you can get all the way across and have a 0. It has happened, but usually it's a pretty low score. But let's give it a roll and see what happens this week. Okay. And see, I got a 5. So because I have a 5, that die I lose, and this roll is a 0. So I've got 4 dice left for roll number 2. And I did get a 2, so take that out. Another 0. Oh, and another 2. So I lose that one too. I only have 2 dice left. I'm only on the 3rd roll. A 3 and a 6. Okay, so that's 9. 6 and a 4 is 10. Last roll. 5 and a 6. Okay, so I score a 0 because I had a 5. So my total for this game is 19. That is a high score. I am going to play again. So let me move these over here. And let's see if the second game does any better. Okay, so 3 2s right off the bat. So we lose all 3 dice. Score 0. We only have 2 dice left. 4 and a 1, so that's 5. Next roll. 6 and a 1, 7. Next roll. 5 and a 6, 0. Take out the 5. 1 die left. And it's a 5, so that's a 0. So we have 12 for this game. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to play, well, I'll play one more, and then I'll save accordingly. Okay, so we got a 5, so that's a 0. Almost always my first roll is a 0. There's usually at least 1 5 or 1 2. Okay, there's a 2, so a 0 again. 5, so 0. 4 and a 6, so 10. Last roll, and 6. 16. Okay, so I could play this game over and over and over again, but I'm going to stop. So 19 plus 12 is 31, plus 16 is 47, and I'm going to add the 4 and the 7 and save $11 into Dicetropolis this week. So let me clean off this card here. Okay. Put these color dice away. 10, 11. And that will go into envelope number, way too far, 4. And that will join the money that's already in here. So far, Dicetropolis has $17. So that is coming along nicely. Dicetropolis 2 this week, we are playing Filler Up. So let me put Dicetropolis away and take out Dicetropolis 2. I will need 1 D4. And the way that you play this is you roll it 10 times and you mark off what you roll. If you get to the top of a column, so if I rolled a whole bunch of 1s, I would just start over. And then at the end, you save the amount that is in the highest column. So after 10 rolls. And if you ever get lost with how many rolls you've made, you just count your marks on the page. Okay. So we've got a 2, a 4, another 4, another 4, a 1, another 1. Whoops! Escapee. Come back. Oh. Okay, another 2. Another 2. A 1. So that's 3, 6, 9. So this is our last roll. And a 4. So 4 was the highest column, so we're going to save $4. 2, 3, 4. And I am going to go again. Okay. 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last roll, a 4. So the 2 wins it. So 1 and 2. And I'm going to go again. So I should have $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So I'll put those 5 ones back and take out a 5. Okay. Clean off the card. And we'll go again. Okay. 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2. Oops, all the way at the bottom. First 2. A 4. So that's the 8th roll. Another 1. So the 1s are going to win it. And a 4. 1 is the highest, so we'll take out another 1. So we're up to $7, and I'm going to go again because this is low. Okay, a 2. Another 2. A 4. 2. 2. 2. And 2. So we have to clear these off. So 2s have started over. So we're at 5, 6, 7. So 3 more rolls. A 1. A 4. And a 1. So the 1 and the 4 is tied, so I go to the higher amount and save $4. So I'm going to put 6 back, take out a 10, and I will save $11 into this challenge this week. Now, if you want, you could count the 2s as being the highest column because it did fill up. But I think part of the fun is if it fills all the way up, then you have to start over. At least that's fun for me. But like with any savings challenge, play it your own way. And Dicetropolis and Dicetropolis 2 are both available on my Etsy shop in both physical and digital. If you buy the physical version, you can get the dice from me if you need them. You also can if you get the physical version, you also have the glossy coated paper, so you can use a dry erase marker and erase and play them over and over again. Okay, so let's move on to Dice Aquarium, and this week we're playing Swim Lanes. This is similar to the other game, but different. So I am going, by the other game I mean Fill Her Up, but different. So for this one, I need all 3 d6 dice, and I'm using the Aqua Dice Aquarium dice. I'm going to start by rolling 1. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm just going to say that all of these are exactly as the numbers imply. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to do double. That's what I'm going to do. So I've got that other 10. So the 1 is going to be 2, the 2 is going to be 4, the 3 is going to be 6, 4 is 8, 5 is 10, and 6 is 12. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll all 3 dice, and I'm going to mark them off as they come up, and then whichever one gets to the top first, that is the amount that I will save. Okay, so we've got a 1, a 3, and a 6. A 1, a 2, and a 5. A 2, a 3, and a 4. A 1, a 3, and a 3. A 2, a 4, and a 5. A 2, bless you, a 4, and a 5. 3, 3, and 4. 2, 4, 6. 2, 2, 3. 3, 3, 5. One more 3 is going to do it. 1, 1, 6. 5, 6, 6. And there's the 3. So 3, 5, and 6. Okay, so 3 wins. So $6 is what I'm going to save for this game for this week. You clear off the card. $5 and $6. That will go into the envelope for Dice Aquarium. And so far, this envelope has, looks like 12 bucks. 5, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to put these 2 5s back and take out a 10, just in case. Okay, and then up next will be Fruit Machine. So let me get out the Fruit Machine dice, and we'll see if the dice slots are nice to us this week. All right, time for Fruit Machine. Let's give these a roll and see what we can conjure up for the dice slots. Okay, an orange, a lemon, and a diamond. I'm gonna go oranges. Why not? Bingo. Okay, so $6. Let's go again. Watermelon, plum, and orange. I'll go for the plums this time. A cherry and a watermelon. Let's go again. Diamond and orange. Last roll. Cherry and lemon. So we got 1 cherry, so that's $2. I'll go one more time. Cherry, diamond, and orange. I guess I'll go for the cherries. 2 oranges. Oh, goodness. Okay. 2 more rolls. Watermelon diamond, last roll. Cherry and plum. Okay, so 2 cherries that time. So 6, 9, 10, 11 is what we'll save into Fruit Machine for the week. Let me clean off the card here. Here's 10 and 11. So far, Fruit Machine has in it, and this is just from this week and last week, $21. So that goes in, and the dashboard. Okay, up next is going to be quick, so let me take out the scorecard for that. And we are on the blue line. So if you haven't seen me play Quicks before, it is the way I play it, the way that I'm using this scorecard. It's a lot like Shut the Box, but you roll 3 dice instead of 2, and you have to use exactly 2 dice to make a number. You keep going until you cannot make a number, meaning it's already crossed off your card, and then you save accordingly. So let's give them a roll and see how we do. Okay, so we've got 3, 7, and 6. So I'm going to take the 3. Leave the 6 and the 7 because they're easy to roll. 4 and 5. Take both of those. Need some bigger numbers, though. Ooh, 2. That's the only thing I can do. All right, I really need bigger numbers now. Okay, that's more like it. 11, 9, and 8. So I'm going to take all 3 of those. And we've got 1, 2, and 3. So we've got 5, 4, and 3. So I'm out. Okay, so 12 plus 10 is 22, 29, 35. 3 plus 5 is 8. So 8 is what I'm going to save for Quicks for the week, which is not too bad. Okay, and we haven't touched the other side yet, so I'll keep the scorecard. 5, 6, 7, 8. So far, in the Quicks envelope, we have oops, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, $23. This got a lot last week. All right, oh, and the scorecard. And then up next will be Tucano, so let me get those cards out. If you haven't seen Tucano before, it is a European card game. I don't know where in Europe it comes from. I think Switzerland, but I'm not entirely positive. And the way that I play this game is I deal 6 cards in a specific configuration, and then I save according to what the card tells me to save, or I score according to what the card tells me to score based on the position that it's in. And that will become much clearer after I deal. So give it a cut here, and let's see how it goes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so anything that doesn't have a number for the position that it's in, I'm going to turn over, which is these 2. Because this is in position number 5, but it only has values for 1, 2, 3, and 4, so I'm going to turn that over. This is in position number 6, but it only has values for 1 and 2, so I'll turn that over. Now it's time to score everything else that's left. So this coconut is in position number 1, so that scores 8. This blueberry is in position number 2, that scores 2. This blueberry is in position number 3, so that scores 3. So we have 8 plus 2 plus 3, or 13. This one is in position number 4, and this pomegranate, and so because it's even, it scores -1. If it were an odd number position, like position 5, it would score +1. So we have 8, 10, 13, -1 is 12. And let's see. Do I really want to put 12 in here? I guess I'm putting 12 in here. If I need to borrow money at the end, that'll be fine. So 10, 11, 12. I was thinking I could add the 1 and the 2 for 3 and then play again, but who knows, I might end up with a 9 and be right back to where I started. So I think that's fine for this week. $12 on Tucano is not so bad. So let me put these in here somewhere and give one quick shuffle for luck for next week. And then put the cards away and stuff the envelope. So envelope number 9, which is for Tucano, has 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. $18. Okay, up next is Dice Fecta. We're playing D12 Dice Fecta, excuse me, again this week, just as we did last week. Let me get out the D12 here. We are doing a different card, however. So last week we played card A. This week we're playing card B. Dry erase marker. And if you haven't seen Dice Fecta before, I roll the D12 and I mark the numbers off on the card until one of these sections of 4 fills up. Then you yell, Dice Fecta, and you save accordingly. And I'll explain all of that when we get to that point. Okay, so 1, 10, 2, 4, 8, 11, 10 we already have, 9, 1 we already have, 4 we already have, 3, Dice Fecta. Okay, so this is our Dice Fecta here. So the high budget way to save with Dice Fecta is to add up the numbers that are in the square that gave you the Dice Fecta. So that's 8 plus 2 is 10, 23. So 23 is high budget. Medium budget is you save $1 for every number that's been marked off on the card. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And low budget is you save the last roll that you got, which in this case is a 3. So I am going to save, I'm going to go medium budget and save $11 this week. So that is what is going to go into the Dice Fecta envelope. I could play again, but that would force me into doing low budget way, and I might end up with a 12, in which case I'd have to put 15 in. So I am a gambler, but not like that. All right, so Dice Fecta, I'll just leave that in front. Goes back, cap the marker. Die goes over here. And adding to Dice Fecta brings the balance to 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, $19. Okay. Up next is Cute Machine. And Cute Machine is similar to Fruit Machine in that it is a dice-based slot machine type game, but it plays completely differently. In this case, you're looking for 3 or more of a kind out of 5 dice. And you have one starting roll and 3 backup rolls to get as many of a kind as you can. So let's give them a roll and see how we do. Okay, so we have 2 dogs, and these are dogs. These are Shiba Inus. They're not foxes. They're not coyotes. They are dogs. So I'm going to play those. 3 more rolls. Okay, 2 more dogs. 2 more rolls. Turtle and penguin. Okay, so we ended up with 4 of the dogs, which is $5. So I'm going to put a mark there. Let's go again, and let's see if we can get something different. Do a Drew shake. And we've got 3 dolphins right off the bat. Of course, the most expensive ones. So already I'm saving another $6, which means poor Eva's game is not going to get a whole lot of love, but it is what it is. The dice have spoken. 1, 2, oh, there's another one. And that I knocked over. Last roll. Okay, a cat. So this one is going to be $7. So 7 plus 5 is $12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Uh-oh. Okay, so I am out of money, but I still have one more game to play. Let me clean this off. I'll put the game card away, and then I will find money to play Eva's game. Or actually, I'll play Eva's game, and then we'll find the money to put in there. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. Okay. Oh, I should have stopped after the first game, but it's just so fun, right? Okay, so Cute Machine has 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and $20 in it. So the money goes in, and the dashboard goes in as well. And I will tell you, if you haven't bought Cute Machine yet and you are interested, stock is very, very limited on these. Once Cute Machine sells out, I will not be able to replenish stock for a few months because I will be moving. I will release a digital version at some point in the early spring, but for the physical version, it's going to be a while before it's back in stock. So, just so you know. Last up is Eva's Sparkly Dice Challenge, the Colorful Sparkle Roll and Save. So I need her Sparkly Dice. Where are they? There they are. And the way that I play this game is the die that is closest to me is the number or the color across, and the one that is further away is the color down. So I will just keep playing until I get to a good amount, and then we'll call it for the week. Okay. So we have a yellow and a green. So that is $5. I'm going to go one more time, he says, hoping that I don't have to roll a d20, because we know how that's going to end. Oh boy. Orange and, oh, that's red. Okay, orange and red, $4. Okay, so I'm going to call it there. That's $9 that is going to go into this challenge. Now, the way that I get my extra money, if I need it, is by using the money that I don't spend in my weekly savings. So, not my weekly savings, my weekly spending money. So I need to dig $9 out of here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is still the January money. I haven't closed January yet, but this would be going into that pool of money to pull from anyway. So we're good here. All right. So $9 will go into envelope number 12 for the Sparkly Dice Challenge. Let me get that open over here. Oh, this was in the wrong order too. Oh, this has got a lot in it. Okay, so the Sparkle Dice Challenge has 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $26 after only 2 weeks. So this is a good saver, and it's fun, and if you don't already have it, I strongly recommend it. You can get the Sparkle Dice, and you can get the game card over on Eva's website at budgetyourlife.com. So let me just clear this off. I don't know why I put the binder away, because this needs to go in the binder. Okay, and that is going to be it for the week. So thank you so much for joining me for another Monday Ready Budget game. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and until I see you in the next one, take care.